Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome to Tribe Talks for this Friday. It's just me and Steph today, Steph
Just
and
up.
Sandy's show, um, which we like to do every now and again. And we thought today we would tell you a bit about how Thrive Tribe & Co started, why it started, like what our vision is and what we actually do, because I think some people think they know what we do, but they don't actually know what we do. So this will be cool. So if this is your first time to Tribe Talks, we go live on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. And you can also check this video out in our Thrive Tribe & Co Connect community page. So you're welcome to join that. Hey, Amanda. And usually we would have a special guest on, which will be someone from our community or someone that we know who is a parent or a carer of a child with some sort of special needs. So, whilst there are a lot of parents in our group that are dealing with children with autism or ADHD, there are also a lot of parents whose children have complex medical conditions or might have T21, or we've got a really wide variety of people in our group. Sorry, my dog was just going to get a haircut, which is distracting me. Coco looks super cute when she gets that. And I suppose the whole aim of Tribe Talks was to shine a light on what families are living with and dealing with on a daily basis to create some more understanding and compassion in the world, because it's too much judgment going on, and we think this is a great platform for us to try and make a little impact on that and just share the real lives of some of these families. So that's what Tribe Talks is all about. Today we're going to talk to you about Thrive Tribe & Co because our guest had to postpone till next week, so we thought, what a great opportunity.
Yep, why not? You get to see our faces more. That's what I love about that.
All right, so let's talk a bit about why. I'd like to hear Steph's thoughts on our vision. So this is actually a good brainstorming session for us, because we know why we do what we do, but maybe they're a little bit different in our brains.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I think I'm on my own journey, as we all are, right? Dealing with our own. I feel like my story is being written as we go. Like when we created Thrive Tribe & Co, I was in the very beginning, blank page, but I knew that I was heading into something pretty crazy. So it was really quite a blessing to have met Sandy and to have had the chance to do this, call it a productive distraction or whatever. But something about helping people and then being able to hear from other people's experiences and get some perspective on what's going on is really special. And I think I'm learning something new every day about, Charlie, about what goes on in her mind, about my own resilience, about relationships and communication and all of that stuff. And I suppose 2 years on, I'm such a different person than I was. So what if all of you could have that? What if everybody in our tribe was able to go through their own personal development journey and move forward instead of being stuck in one place, and to build a village, whether it be virtual or within their community. So I suppose a big part of that is connection. And that's what we really want to do, to be able to grow that and make it like a global experience for mums like us everywhere. Yeah.
Well said.
Thanks.
Wifey, well done.
Thanks.
I think mine's similar in that my journey was way further along than yours when we started Thrive Tribe & Co, which I actually love because I feel like it gave me the opportunity to share some of that with people, and that's sort of how Thrive Tribe started, in sharing that little bit of our journey. But health and wellness has always been really, really important to me, and like many of you know, I was diagnosed with MS in 2013, 2 months or 3 months before Emmy was diagnosed with autism. So it's always been at the forefront of my being, I suppose. I was a high school PE teacher, and health has always been a passion of mine. But I started to see so many parents of children with additional needs putting their health and wellness in the too hard basket and then really struggling. And it was like seeing people give themselves a sentence, like a "this is it" type thing, and it doesn't need to be that way, like I discovered. And I think that every family deserves to literally thrive, and that's why we called Thrive Tribe and Co. And it's just even having that awareness, I think, is like a great starting point, because I think sometimes it's easy when things look really dark, and I've had those days. So don't get me wrong, it's not all sunshine and roses over here. I have those days frequently. But knowing that it's not always going to be that way, and that isn't a sentence, and that life can still thrive, not just survive in those spaces, I think is something that, you know, if everybody with a child with additional needs knew that, it'd be a much happier and healthier world, I suppose. So should we talk about how it started? Because people love this story, and we actually really enjoyed telling it. So.
I know. You tell it.
Well, from my perspective, it actually started before we had met at that meeting. So I'll go back a little bit.
Yeah.
So the whole concept for Thrive Tribe and Co. Hey, Hannah, happened after I recorded a Facebook Live video in my office at home on the fatality statistics affecting parents of children with special needs. If you've seen that, like, give us in the comments section. If you haven't, let us know as well, because we want to show you that. And it was really confronting. Like, I read this article, it come home, I think, in one of Emmy's school newsletters. And the statistics were ridiculous, alarming. Like 80% more likely to die of cancer, 150% more likely to die of cardiovascular disease, and 200% more likely to die of misadventure, which included suicide, homicide, and accident. And I just, like, it literally felt like someone stabbed me in the chest. I was like, this is not okay. And why haven't I heard this before? And why is no one talking about this? This is just not right. So that was what my video was about. I think it went for about 10 minutes, but like, I got quite emotional in that video, and it went nuts, like, on Facebook. Like, that was just on my personal profile. I didn't promote it. Like, I literally just like, you know what? I've got to get this out. I have to talk about it because no one's talking about it. And it's been shared like 4,000 times and got heaps of views and whatever. But regardless, the messages that I received, my inbox on Facebook was bombarded. Like, I was getting messages from across the world, from women in particular, saying, oh my God, that's me. I have this and I have this, and I don't know even where to start with looking after myself. And that was where Thrive Tribe and Co. was born, the concept for it, before it was even named, before there was anything around that. And I was really fired up about it. I remember drawing my drawing stuff. So I remember drawing this health wheel that we now know as the health wheel. And I was like, I'm going to create this thing, because parents don't have a place to go that's just for them. Like, they don't have a space where they can learn how to actually take care of themselves and deal with the challenges that this life brings for us. And it's such a unique perspective. Parents like us can't just go join a gym challenge often because we can't get to the gym, or it's easier to say, oh yeah, do this diet, but often they don't have time to cook it. Like, they've got to cook 4 different meals for kids. So let's create a space where we understand exactly what these parents are going through and can give them actual, real, practical, implementable solutions. Did I just make up a word? I'm not sure if implementable is a word.
It works.
I think people will get it. So then, do you want to tell the next bit?
Yeah. So, like, from my perspective, we had just basically taken Charlie to a pediatrician, like, just a backstory about where I was at. And they had said, oh, there's some red flags there, sensory stuff. She was very delayed in speech, like no speech. So very in her own world. And I thought, oh, and they mentioned autism, but we were still 2 years away, 18 months away from getting any types of answers. Little did I know. But it was I was in a point where, like, I would walk out, we'd venture out of the house, she'd have a meltdown, and I would end up, like, having to go to bed for the afternoon because my resilience muscle hadn't been built yet, right? So I suppose grieving, or trying to figure out what I was going to do and how that would work and what our life was going to look like and how I would do it. And then I went to a networking meeting, walked in, and actually I'd met you once before, but when we connected, and then
I think we were Facebook friends then.
And I think I'd seen your video, so I was aware of what was going on, watching you, and then not weirdly, and then
stalking me. Were you stalking me?
Yeah, and then we walked into the meeting and we just started having, basic conversation about life, and I think I burst into tears as I started telling a story about.
I remember that so clearly.
Being to gymnastics, me too, and just a situation that just didn't work out well. And I couldn't pull myself together. This is in like a formal networking meeting. We're supposed to be speed dating and talking about our businesses. And I was just like, oh. And I remember actually trying.
They're like, swap partners. And we're like, we're not finished yet.
Yeah. And I you know what? I remember so clearly that day trying to put lipstick on. I don't know if I've told you this before. Trying to put lipstick on but shaking because I was trying so hard to pull it together, right? To put that illusion of like, I've got it together. I'll go to this networking meeting and act normal and put my mask on and do the things. But inside I was just like, what is going on? And Sandy was like, I have an idea. And basically,
I'm gonna do this thing.
Just basically poured her vision out to me. And I was just like, I'm in. Like, no, I didn't.
You actually did this. You went, I'm in.
Did I? I don't even remember. But honestly, and it's so wild because, like, she is the best person I know, but I didn't know that then, and she didn't really know me. But sometimes I feel like the universe gives you what you need. And here we are.
Our husbands thought we were crazy. Like, I'm starting a new business. Who is? Like, I was like, with this girl. Who is she? I just met her at a networking meeting.
I know. Lucky they love us.
Do you like her? I think so. She's cool.
I know. And what a blessing that was, though. And I remember a few weeks we'd organised to meet up and start to plan, and we spent like a solid day just talking about what we wanted it to look like and what would it be called and all the things, which is just dreaming about it. And it's quite weird to think that 2 years on, it is what it is now.
Yeah, totally.
And it's still got so much more growth to come. So we're excited.
Yeah, that's so funny to look back on. If you told me, like, if one of my friends come and told me that, I'd be like, you're nuts. What are you doing that for?
I think Dave didn't take me seriously at the time. He was like, okay, you do what you need to do. But like
we do have very supportive husbands.
Yeah.
But I'm a big believer though, and I think this is why I trusted my gut. Everything happens for a reason. Everything, all the shit stuff, all the good stuff, like everything, even if you can't see it at the time. And we've had some real shit stuff, like, excuse my French. Some of the things we still don't know why, but I do trust that process. Like, I do trust it. And I also believe that the right people gravitate into your life at the right time. And sometimes they stay and sometimes they come for a bit and then they go back out and then they come for a bit or they go. But it's so important to listen to that gut instinct. And we talk about that a lot, I suppose, that mum gut instinct. But I think our intuition is a very powerful force, and learning to listen to it it was so weird. It was just like, we're going to do it. It was like certainty. Yeah. Thanks, Hannah. Hannah says, doing well, and we all thank you.
Oh, love you, Hannah. I think, sometimes it's also like it's funny how different people deal with grief. So like in early stages, like I'm the type of person who wanted to throw myself into knowing more about what this meant for us and our family. So on the negative end of the spectrum, I would go and like wake up at 3 a.m. and be Googling autism and looking at autism families. And there wasn't anything that really long-term supported parents, like to cope and to grow and to connect and to learn skills. And there wasn't anything, especially locally or even online. And I couldn't find anything that worked. And then yeah, so it's fun how you can manage it, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. So that's how it started. We love telling that story.
No, let's
and people often say, I can't believe you two haven't only known each other for 2 years. Like, yeah, it does seem like we've always known each other. But so what we actually do at Thrive Tribe & Co, because I'm not sure everybody knows what we actually do. I think they think we're just a Facebook page. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we do a lot, and we're busy, like you guys are as well, and we just have it all there. And our plan is to tell you more about what it looks like and what it means for you, and how you can take as much or as little as you want for that. And talk about it more, because that's important as well. So you know that I have something for everyone.
Exactly. So we do have our Connect group, which is our free community group. Okay. So if you're on Facebook at the moment, can you still hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear a vacuum, but it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So Olivia, my amazing cleaner's here, and she's cleaning out my Tupperware cupboard, and I must be vacuuming the floor around that. What was up to Thrive Tribe & Co Connect? So the link for that, if you're on our Facebook page watching this, is like on our Facebook page. I'm pretty sure it's on. Is it on our YouTube channel as well? The link to the group.
Yep. In the description.
Cool. So anyone is welcome to join that. And I want to explain what the "and co" means of Thrive Tribe & Co, because we always meant it to be like the parents and carers and their communities, like to raise awareness. So anyone who is interested in learning more and being able to support families with kids with additional needs, they're welcome in there. Hey, Tracy, thanks for jumping on. So we have our free community group, and most people know about that. The other things that we do, we actually had a session with like a business coach the other week, and we had to tell her all the things we do. And she was writing, and she's like, "You do a lot." And I'm like, "I know." There's lots. So at the moment we run different projects. So at the moment we're running an 11-11 project, which is a mini project. So our 11-11 projects focus around kicking 11 goals in 11 days, in like in a nutshell. So we teach you strategies around setting goals, but not only setting goals, achieving them. So we use like a scientifically proven like goal setting structure. And then we have a coaching group that goes along with that, where people can get group coaching and ask questions and share what they've learned during the process. And it's a holistic process. So for example, here's mine. I'm doing this 11-11 with everybody. So all my goals are here. So some of them are like for physical health. So some of them for me were like, okay, I'm going to drink water. I'm going to stick with my meal plan. I'm going to get to the gym 4 times a week. But then I've got other ones that are like, I'm going to tidy one area of the house each day. And I'm going to spend quality time and be present with both kids each day. And I'm going to show Richie that I love him each day. So just being really mindful and setting intentions around stuff like that is a really powerful tool. And I didn't even tell the kids about this, and they've already been requesting stuff for us to do, which I thought was really cool. It's like you put that, it's a bit woo-woo, you put that energy out and out into the universe, and it happens. Yeah. Well, we do like woo-woo. So 11-11 is a very great number. So 11-11 is one of our projects. Then we do 28-day projects, and they will have a different health area of focus. So the first one we did was Zen Me, which is all about stress management. So it's 28 days of focus, like tools, resources, education around those particular subjects. So Zen Me, I think Zen Me is still my favorite. That was our first one.
And people ask for it as well to bring it back. We might have to do a Zen Me 2.0.
Maybe we should do a repeat of Zen Me.
Sure, actually.
Then we had our Warrior Mum project, which is nutrition and getting your body moving and getting you into some really healthy habits. And we actually collaborated with an awesome trainer named Bree, and she did videos with us. So you've got like this whole online health and wellness program, which like I was super excited about. Like this is the best. So you get recipe guides and training and stuff like that. Then we've got Happiness project. That was a really fun one. I loved that. It was literally 28 days of making you more happy. So that was really fun. Hannah's like, yay, I missed it. Bring back, send me. What am I missing? I'm missing some. Connect Me, which is all about relationships and feeling more supported, like building up your support structures. I feel like I'm missing some. Anyway, so they all run for 28 days. So they're a combination of video content, education, like templates, printable resources and tools that you can implement not only during the 28 days, but ongoing. So you can take the bits that really work for you and keep implementing them. And Steph is like a internet ninja and knows how to like program all this stuff and do all this cool stuff behind the scenes. So we work well together because I don't do that. Like I struggle to check my email every day. This is like a running joke because I'm just like, don't ask me to check emails. It's just not one of my many talents. But really underutilized programs that are really affordable for 28 days of intensive like personal development. So we run those quite frequently.
Yeah. And so I think the thing is, like, sometimes people get busy, so they might sign up or, you know, whatever, and then be like, oh, I've missed a day or I've missed 2 days and whatever. But the beauty is that you then have those resources in your emails to go back to at any time. Like, they don't disappear. They're yours to keep. So you can keep those in different folders in your email and come back to them anytime you need. Videos, templates that are printable, you can laminate them and put in your fridge or whatever. They're awesome. So, it's really useful stuff.
Absolutely. And then we have online meetups. So we've got Wednesdays with Tanya at 2 p.m. where she does a flip it session where it's about like taking something that might be not so good and flipping it into learning the lesson or what's the good thing that can come out of this. And then Friday night, so 8 p.m. tonight, we've got a connect call. We feel free to bring a glass of vino or a cuppa, or I'll be drinking my sparkling water because one of my 11/11s is
no alcohol.
Ditching the alcohol for 11 days. I'm actually doing it for 30 because I'm doing a 30-day reset, but that's another story. And I'm doing that at the same time that I've just started a little uni course. So I'm not sure what inspired me to put all those things together, but
you can do it.
I can do it.
Promise to yourself, remember?
I did. That's it. So we do those calls online. So we've got 11 projects, 28-day projects, the free calls. We do these tribe talks every Friday. And we also have walking group like meetups that we kicked off before COVID and they've sort of had to go on the back burner. But our Penrith one, like our Nepean River one, is currently running. So they're usually on a Tuesday and a Thursday. I'm pretty sure this Tuesday is not on. But Tuesdays and Thursdays at Nepean River. Amanda Kenny runs those for us, and they're such a great opportunity to like meet people from your local area and just chill for a bit and go for a walk because it's such a beautiful place to go for a walk. And then we have retreats, which we've been away on one and we've got another one scheduled and we're like, please keep going. So that's in there. But more of those will be coming. Like our future is heading towards many more retreats. So if you like to chill and connect with like-minded mamas, our retreats are for you, and get some awesome content and education at the same time and get spoiled. That is actually one of my favorite bits, is that you get spoiled. Our retreats are for you. Our current one is at Byron Bay and it's at this beautiful house. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to go there. What have I missed? And Premier membership. So our Premier membership is our all access. It's for people who I want to do everything that you have to offer and get a little bit of one-on-one coaching, plus get it like heavily discounted. So that's where our Premier membership comes in. So you just posted a link for info about that, didn't you, Steph, on our page?
Yeah, I can repost it in this thread actually after the call.
Cool. Yeah. So that is what we do. Plus we have our free group and our Facebook page. Yeah. So just a few balls in the air that we do here.
Also mention with the Premier stuff, what we've done at the moment is just launched it onto our page so that you can book a time in to speak to us, because with the unlimited option, we really want to make sure that like you're ready and you're invested, and I suppose chat through your goals and what you're currently doing and your situation, get to know you a little bit. And
make sure it's the right fit.
Exactly. So if you are interested in that, you can click book a time. It's all live availability, and then we can have a chat over the phone or via Zoom. But I will put it in the comments. All right.
Yeah.
Actually.
Write that down.
I'll write that down.
Our brains are a bit like, I posted a meme yesterday that my brain's like oatmeal at the end of yesterday. So I'm reading so much. If it's not written down or in my phone to beep at me, it doesn't exist. So
it's okay.
Just so you're aware.
We've got it. We've got this. We were cranky on that call last night. We need sleep, don't we, Sandy Golder?
Yeah. Well, I did go to bed right after that. But I do get up early too.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's all right. We sleep well. We sleep well because we're tired.
I used to stay up. I don't anymore, actually.
Sorry?
I used to stay up so late when I first met Steph. I would be, because my other business is in social media, and I would just be up until 1 a.m. blogging and stuff. And it's just so unhealthy. And then I think as the kids have gotten bigger, Charlie's needs have gotten more complex, I'm more exhausted. I'm like, 8 o'clock, I'm in bed. I can't do it anymore.
Mum life. I suppose the last thing too that I'd love to say is that you can choose the level to which you use any of those resources, right? That you can just do all the free stuff, you can join in the projects, you can do the membership, whatever it is that suits you. But the more you use the stuff, like even the free stuff, the more benefits that you'll get out of it. So, I think our Connect calls online are some of the most underutilized resources because they're so valuable. I know the 2 p.m. Wednesday ones, like they're awesome. Like it's a whole different mindset that it gets people in. I know Jody posted about that this week, how she's really benefited from that and how she's been using that, like the whole concept of flip it. So I'd really encourage you to use those. The Friday nights are always a good laugh. Always a good laugh. So I'd encourage you to do that. And even tuning into calls like this when you can. And our, NDIS workshop, like essentials that we just ran, that was 4-part series, and there's so much gold in those calls. You've just got to take the time to press play, even if you listen while you're doing something else. It's, just try and plug into those things when you can.
I think I did a post yesterday about your village, or no woman is an island, no person is an island. And I think it's so easy to kind of say, I'm gonna hold it all here. We won't go out anywhere, and we'll just stay indoors because it's easier and it's safer here, and the world doesn't have to see the meltdowns or whatever. I felt like that all the time, actually. But it's about being able to access other people and the community and stuff. And I know, I'm in saying that, hand on heart, I'm very lucky. I know Sandy is as well. Having family support around us, supportive partners, and so we're lucky. But there are so many people who don't have a village of any sort, and it's so important that we make a commitment to try and build that, even if it's online to start. Right? Someone who can text or Facebook message when you're having a really hard moment to pull you out of that dark space.
Totally.
So even if that's what we are for you, to start in the Connect group and you can connect with certain people in there, that would be a dream for us. Just so I think that's the goal as well, to offer something for everybody.
Totally agree with that. And that was part of our Connect Me project, was okay, so let's identify what supports you have in place right now and what would you like them to look like, because sometimes we don't even sit down and think, well, what would help me right now, what would make me feel more supported right now.
100%.
So important. All right, I reckon we might leave it there for today. Thank you all for jumping on and joining us. If you've got any questions, just post them below and we will get back to them. But it was fun sharing our
He was.
Our
I think we get
journey.
busy sometimes as well. Like we forget to like bring it back to basics and where it all began. So it's like made me feel all light and fluffy.
Nostalgic. All right. Have a great day.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.